That's the problem with your generation. You think golf's about having fun.
Well,
it's not about having fun.
What's it about for you?
It's about getting away from your wife.
Oh.
It's about taking life too seriously.
Okay.
And it's about wasting as much time as you can on a sport you know you're never going to get better at.
Okay.
You understand those 3 points?
Well,
repeat them back to me so you understand what golf's really about. What were they?
It's about leaving your wife.
Yep.
It's about taking everything too seriously.
Yep.
And it's about wasting as much time on a sport that doesn't matter.
Well, close, but a sport you're not going to get better at.
Oh, okay.
But you're delusional enough to think that you will.
Yeah, we're not in the club, but we're right next to it. Me and my crew, we are country club adjacent. Country club adjacent. Country club adjacent, baby. Country club adjacent. Country club adjacent, baby.
All right. Welcome back to another edition of Country Club Adjacent. Now, it may appear as though I am alone this week, and in some ways I am, as all the boys just decided that, guess what, I'm not coming into the office today, and so be it, that's fine. I did take it upon myself to get us a guest. We have a incredibly special guest today. You know, we talk about the older generation and holding on to the traditions of golf and what that means to the future. So I hit up my buddy. He works at a golf course nearby. He's a little bit older. Walter Cockburn. Walter! He's a little hard of hearing. Here he is. Wow, if you wouldn't mind closing that door. Unbelievable. Thank you so much for coming in today, Walter. Really appreciate it. You're going to want to put the microphone in front of your face.
You don't have a guy for that?
Well, he's monitoring the levels. Make sure it's right up on your...
Okay.
Wheels, how does he sound?
Sounds perfect.
Yeah?
Oh, good.
All right, should we move the walker?
I think it's fine.
Yeah, it's fine?
It's out of frame for the...
Okay, I just want to make sure everything's clean here. Walter, wow. So good to have you on. I was just talking to our audience.
What?
I was just
talk
talking...
a little louder.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, I was just talking to our audience about how, you know, older golfers in the older generation typically like to keep things the way that they were or as they knew them, very traditional. And I just wanted to get, you know, your opinion on that and why that is. Why do you feel as though you need to, maybe some would say, gatekeep the traditions and gatekeep who should and who can play the game of golf?
Well, you know, the problem... What was your name again, Mark?
No. I'm Stotts.
Okay, Stott. What kind of name is that?
It's short for Aristotle. You can just call me Blake, though.
Short for what?
Aristotle, like the philosopher.
That's not a real fucking name.
Well, it is, because it's my name.
Not. Okay, yeah.
But you can call me Blake.
Yeah,
if you
my name's Plato.
Okay, well, see?
Okay.
Do you know
yeah,
philosophy?
What is his name? Socrates?
No,
Jesus.
That's Wheels.
Oh, cool. Did he
Like
invent...
the bus that you took to get here.
Yeah, did you invent the wheels?
No, but
then
it
don't
is
call
like
yourself Wheels. Shut up. So anyway...
Wow, this was a spitfire of a conversation.
So anyway, your generation is ruining golf.
And why is that? Well, okay, so let's give you a little background here. Walter is a starter at a golf course. He's been a starter. How many years now have you been a starter?
73 years now.
73 years you've been a starter.
Yep.
I don't believe that.
Okay, well, I don't give a shit.
All right. Well, so Walter's been a starter for a very long time. Why? Why do you have this mentality?
When I started golfing a long time ago, it was a gentleman's sport. Mm-hmm. And in a gentleman's sport, it's a game about preserving tradition.
Okay.
Something that your generation doesn't seem to understand. Tradition. You know, back when my grandfather used to play, he played great matches against guys like Billy Casper and Wimet, and they used to wear a three-piece suit when they played. Mm-hmm. And over time, that's obviously changed. And the least you could do is tuck your shirt in and wear a pair of slacks when you play. And I don't understand why that's so damn hard for your generation.
Well, did you ever think that perhaps it's unnecessary and maybe it's a little it's uncomfortable, and on top of that, it doesn't really change the fact that I'm playing the sport at a level that I'm capable of. It has nothing to do with
it. You said it's unnecessary?
Yeah, it's unnecessary.
Well, it's unnecessary to be a piece of shit and look like a slob.
Okay.
So, is that necessary?
Have you ever tried playing golf with your shirt untucked?
No, I don't believe I have. And I make sure I enforce it at local courts that I've worked at for 73 years.
Well, let me just tell you a story. I was at a golf course in Michigan a few months, maybe a couple years ago actually, and I had my shirt untucked, and an old man told me to tuck it in.
What'd you do?
I tucked it in, but then on the first hole, as soon as I got to that first hole, I untucked it.
Oh, aren't you a big man? Don't you feel like a hotshot?
I do.
Oh, I broke the rules.
I didn't break the rules.
Only person you're cheating there at yourself.
And why is that? Why do you think I'm cheating myself?
Well, let me ask you this. If you gonna get married someday?
Someday.
Okay, what would you wear on your wedding day?
A nice suit.
Yeah, why's that?
Because you want to look great for your wedding.
Yeah. Well, why wouldn't you want to look great all the time?
I do look great all the time.
Oh, you don't.
But in my wedding, it's like a special occasion. Golf is just golf.
I mean, you're dressed like you run a failed thrift shop in downtown Portland right now, but that's okay.
There's nothing wrong with that, By the way, this is a golf company. Can you believe that?
What's the company?
It was Bad Birdie, and they collaborated with Liquid Death, which is a water company.
Oh, wow. I couldn't give less of a shit.
I'm just saying, golf is changing, and
wow, I'd never heard of Liquid Birdie. But
you're going to be left behind.
That's what Liquid Birdie is what we used to call it if you had a couple shots of vodka and you made your putt on a par 3.
Oh yeah, Liquid Birdie.
Times have changed, haven't they?
Yeah, I've never even heard of that.
Because you idiots are shrinking the game.
Well, I think, as a matter of fact, we're growing the game. I think that a lot of people feel the same way I do, especially in the newer generation.
How are you growing the game?
Well, I think it's more accessible. People finally are finding a reason to look at golf as a sport that's cool and not necessarily stuck up or your grandfather's sport.
Okay, Mr. Philosopher, define cool.
For me, cool is somebody who dresses like they own a thrift shop in Portland and has a nice attitude, maybe smokes a little weed, does some nose drugs occasionally if they want, is, elevated to the point where they can think beyond their own.
So doing illegal narcotics that came up through Sinaloa, Mexico makes you cool?
It makes you kind of cool.
Does it?
Somebody who's willing to be themselves on the golf course. Yeah. Somebody who's willing to be themselves
buying
at
drugs
any given
from
moment.
A dealer that's probably slipping fentanyl in there. At least 2, 3, maybe some children are dead. That's fucking real cool, isn't it?
That's pretty cool. You think it's funny to just shit on the younger generation? I think here's the thing. Here's why you're not cool.
Wait till you get to my age. You're going to shit on the younger generation.
That's fine. I already do. This whole, have you heard the demure summer, have you heard that whole thing?
The Brat Summer?
Brat Summer.
By Charlie XX?
Sure.
Yeah, I'd clap her cheeks. Anyway, you were talking about being cool.
Yeah. Yeah, being cool.
What the hell does that have to do with a game of golf?
Well, what I'm saying is people that are allowed to be themselves on the golf course and not forced to tuck in their shirts and not forced to dress or act a certain way, that allows you to be yourself.
Back
that
to your
allows
wedding
you to
day.
be your cool
Back to your wedding
self.
day. No one's forcing you to wear a suit, are they?
But see, what you're doing is golf is like down here. Wedding is like way up here. So I don't want to have to dress for the occasion of golfing. But I understand the way that, a whole wedding is.
Don't go on the golf course.
Well, I'm going to go on the golf course. I'm going to wear this on the golf course. And I'm still going to beat your ass.
Oh, are you?
Yeah.
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 Oh, good for you.
It is good
Got
for
you
me.
by about 80 years.
Yeah.
Yeah, you want to pat yourself on the fucking back?
You want to pat yourself on the fucking back for tucking in your shirt?
Yeah, why don't you pat me in the back? I might get hard.
Walter, I have a question.
Oh, yeah.
Wheels has a question for you, Walter.
Yeah.
What's your handicap?
I would say it is 2 spinal fusions and 3 knee surgeries and erectile dysfunction.
What do you typically shoot when you play golf these days?
Well, I try to go out and I occasionally get in about 3 to 4 holes if
Oh,
I'm lucky.
yeah.
I shoot 3 to 4 over par from the white tees. I'm happy.
There you go. Good for you, dude.
Just lucky to be out there.
Dude, I want to play with you in my untucked shirt, and I want you to understand why it doesn't matter.
Well, go ahead and tell me.
I've been telling you this whole time.
You haven't given a good argument worth a shit.
Okay, well, that's your opinion. My argument is I don't think you shouldn't be allowed to be yourself on the golf course if you don't want to tuck in your shirt.
So individual expression.
Individual expression, absolutely.
Okay, just like at a wedding, you can wear a blue suit or a black suit or a white suit.
That's right.
Just like you can wear all kinds of different collared shirts that you can tuck in to your different colored pants. You can wear navy pants, you can wear khaki, you can wear all kinds of different colors of khaki pants. I've seen them in rust colored, I've seen them in white, I've seen all kinds of
Look,
different.
I'm not-
You can still have individual expression without looking like a fucking slob.
And I'm not saying that I'm not willing to wear a collared shirt. I wear a collared shirt every time I play. I just don't want to tuck it in.
Let me ask you this. If you went
Ask
to
me this.
Best Buy and someone was wearing a t-shirt and sweatpants, would you believe them when they told you the specs on a new TV?
Maybe.
Maybe. That's the key word there, maybe.
Okay.
But if they have a tucked-in blue shirt and the black slacks, you're going to believe this man when he says that's the best fucking resolution he's ever seen, and you're going to walk away with that TV because he looks like a goddamn professional.
But that, once again, doesn't apply to golf in the slightest.
It does, because it's about being professional and presenting yourself to the world. Let me tell you something about golf. I've been on this earth. I've been golfing a lot longer. I was breaking par before you were even a sperm in your dad's nutsack.
Okay.
Let me tell you something, son. Oh, I forgot what I was gonna say.
Wow. That's unbelievable.
Fuck.
Well, while you're thinking about that, hopefully it comes back to you. Have you watched any of the live
now
golf?
I remember
okay.
what I was gonna say.
Okay.
A lot of golf. If you understand the game, many rounds you'll play, a lot of business deals go down, right?
Sure.
A lot of networking going on the golf course.
Okay.
Pretty much, it's an 18-hole office.
Okay.
The way I look at it. And if you want someone to do business with you, you need to look professional.
Okay.
I don't think someone's going to want to do business with someone wearing a fucking liquid birdie shirt. It looks like fucking shit. And he's going to say, yeah, I was thinking of doing business with this fucking Socrates guy. But you know what? I realized he's got a failing thrift shop in Portland. And I mean, who can't run a fucking thrift shop in Portland? How much of a fucking idiot do you have to be that you can't sell consignment clothes to hipsters in Portland that do mushrooms for breakfast, lunch, and dinner?
Well-
Jesus Christ.
well,
That's what he's going to think.
Well-
but if you look like a presentable human being with a tucked-in shirt and slacks, then maybe, just maybe, he'll do business with you.
Maybe also you're forgetting that I'm not trying to do business on the golf course. I want to go on the golf course and have fun with my friends. I'm not trying to look professional. I just want to have fun and be myself with my friends.
Whoever said anything about having fun on the golf course? That's not what golf's about. That's the problem with your generation. You think golf's about having fun.
Well,
it's not about having
What's
fun.
it about for you?
It's about getting away from your wife.
Oh,
It's about taking life too seriously.
okay.
And it's about wasting as much time as you can on a sport you know you're never going to get better at.
Okay.
You understand those 3 points?
Well, I
repeat
mean-
them back to me so you understand what golf's really about. What were they?
It's about leaving your wife.
Yep.
It's about taking everything too seriously.
Yep.
And it's about wasting as much time on a sport that doesn't matter.
Well, close, but a sport you're not going to get better at.
Oh, okay.
But you're delusional enough to think that you will.
But also, it doesn't matter. Did you ever think about that? Did you ever think that maybe, all these hours of playing golf for non-professional, for not being a professional, for not really elevating your game to the next level? Do you ever think that maybe that's like a little bit worthless and maybe should just be for fun?
I could sit there and tell you, yeah, there's no God, so what's the point in being a decent human being? But there is a God. So there is a point in all of it.
Okay, what is it?
To give too much of a shit.
Okay. So I think that's the disconnect here. I think the fact that you care so much and you want people to think of you as a certain way, whereas this generation doesn't care what people think about them on the golf course and they're just there to have fun. I think that's the disconnect.
Yeah, that's right. You guys are out there to have fun and you're shrinking the game.
No, I think that's making more people excited about trying
and
golf.
That's the problem.
Why is that a problem?
By getting more people to play golf, you're shrinking the game.
Explain.
I just read it on the internet in thousands of comments.
So wait,
by doing things that get people into golf, somehow you're shrinking the game.
Well,
that's what people on the internet seem to think.
Well,
that's their logic. I've read it in the comments.
A lot of this,
by getting new people into the game, you're shrinking the game.
A lot of people.
The math doesn't add up, but the people on the internet couldn't be wrong, could they?
A lot of people on the internet just say things, and a lot of times you can't really believe what you're reading on the internet without doing your own research.
Oh.
Now how busy is your golf course nowadays as a starter?
Oh, boy, we have tee times every 7 minutes, round the clock, from 6 a.m. all the way to 5:20.
And think about 30 years ago, how many tee times were you having?
Well, not as many because we didn't allow the blacks or the Koreans. We barely allowed Jews, and Latinos were only allowed to work after they were allowed to play if they were done working on the course. So, that opened up a lot. So, and that shrunk the game, allowing all them to play. But you know what? Some of my best friends are Mexicans and Jews and black people. So, never thought I'd make friends with them. But somehow I joined a black golf league. I don't know how I got there. And a lot of good friends. My buddy Leroy Jenkins, one of the best guys I ever met, was the best man at his 5th wedding. And I'll tell you what, some good people out there.
Yeah, so you have to see that that's bad that they didn't used to be able to play golf, right? You have to see that.
I used to think it was bad, and now I think it's a pretty good game, and I'd like all my friends to be able to play.
Okay, yeah, I was
not my wife's, but I'd like all my friends to play.
Yeah, so
key distinction: my wife is not my friend.
Okay, well, that's sad for you. You do see, though, how it's good that they can all play now and that it's a sport that to be enjoyed and not to be taken too seriously and that it's meant to be fun. Have you ever tried having fun while playing golf?
Hell no.
Do you ever have a drink on the golf course?
Sometimes.
Makes it kind of fun, right?
I used to have fun as a kid when I started playing golf. My dad used to beat me.
So this is rooted in trauma.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
That's how everyone I know was raised.
They were beaten
and
traumatized
until fear was instilled into your heart, and that's the game of golf that I know. My question to you is,
okay,
shut the fuck up and let me talk.
All right.
Don't interrupt.
I wasn't.
Seniority. My question is, what do you propose that your generation and my generation do to bridge the gap so we can get along?
I think that we should play a round of golf and just have fun. Just forget about taking it seriously. Untuck your shirt. Have a drink on the golf course. Maybe I'll let you hit my weed and just enjoy ourselves out there and just be in the moment and taking in the nature and just having a good time. Good conversation.
Can you do that with your shirt tucked in?
Yeah, I could.
Oh, you could?
But I don't want to.
But you don't want to?
No.
What if I don't want to untuck my shirt?
Then you don't have to. We could be ourselves and have a fun day.
Wait a minute, I think we're figuring something out here.
I think we are.
I don't have to tuck my shirt in.
You don't have to.
But I want to.
You want to.
And you don't have to tuck your shirt in and you don't want to.
Exactly. So guess what? We're allowing ourselves to be individuals based on what we want and what makes us comfortable. If it makes you comfortable to tuck in your shirt, fine. If that's what you want to do, go ahead. I'm not going to say anything. I just want you to enjoy yourself. I think we're losing him. Mr. Cockburn.
Oh,
Sorry, you fell asleep there.
oh, you're talking too long.
Well, I was just we were coming to something there, and then you fell asleep.
Oh, what were we? Oh, well, usually I'm coming to something that's porn, but anyway, the point I'm making is, I forgot what I was going to do. I think I just shit. Anyway, so, what I was going to say is, I've been a marshal and a starter for 73 years.
Okay. How old are you, by the way?
Oh, 94.
Oh, okay.
I fought in World War II.
No shit.
I did.
Thank you for your service.
Oh, yes, absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, I fought in the Vatican Islands.
Okay.
Yeah,
Cool.
yeah. There were Nazi priests, and I had to fight them off.
I don't think the Vatican is an island, though.
Well, it was when I was that age.
Okay.
When I was your age, it was an island.
Interesting.
And they had all these evil Nazi priests. And they were trying to do something weird. And I don't know what was going on. They were only had a problem with little Jewish boys. Anyway,
Oh,
that's
wow.
not the point I'm trying to make.
Yeah, no.
You should tuck your shirt in. I don't know what the hell's going on anymore.
Okay. Well, have you thought about retiring from the golf course?
Well, what would I do with my time if I was retired?
I don't know. I'm just asking if you've thought about it.
No,
Okay. And
I don't think I'd be happy. I don't think I'm done here. I don't think
No?
my work's done.
what do you
Because
got?
there's still people like you out there in the golf course.
And there's gonna be more of us.
And it seems like there's nothing I can do about it.
Yeah, there's nothing. So maybe
Seems like you guys aren't going anywhere.
no. Maybe you should think about, embracing the change.
Maybe you should take me out to a round of golf and I should try playing a round of golf with my shirt untucked.
That's what I was saying earlier.
I've never done it.
I think you might enjoy yourself when you're sitting at home, just watching TV, doing whatever.
I still have my shirt tucked in.
You have it tucked in.
Yep.
Yeah. Maybe try untucking it. Maybe it'll be an outward expression of like, hey, I'm letting go a little bit. I'm relaxing. Maybe you're just a little too uptight.
That's a tough concept. I mean, I don't know how to not be uptight. Because I'm part of the older generation that golfs.
You want to try something? You want to try a little something?
What's that?
All right, do this. Just like ooh.
Oh,
Just ooh.
oh,
Does that feel better?
oh, yeah.
Right?
Oh, yeah.
Ooh.
Oh, yeah.
Don't hurt yourself, but
Oh, Jesus.
yeah. Try this with your leg.
Oh, oh,
Feel that?
yeah.
Try with your other leg.
Oh,
Pretty good, right?
yeah.
Pretty good, right? Maybe just loosen up a little bit and you'll feel better.
Wow. Sorry, if I bend over on my walker here, can you pull the stick out of my ass?
If you really need that, I got you.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's been out there 73 years.
Maybe after the podcast,
Oh, yeah.
I'll take care of that.
Okay.
I got you.
Wait a minute.
Wheels could do it too. His
Yeah.
dad's a nurse.
Oh, his dad's a nurse?
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Oh, I didn't know your dad was gay.
This podcast is brought to you by Riki. Now, folks, prior to them becoming a sponsor on this podcast, I had Riki one time. Of course, we weren't allowed to talk about it, but let me tell you, it was absolutely fantastic. I'm gluten-free. I cannot eat gluten. It hurts my tummy, and Riki is a gluten-free, delicious RTD cocktail. It comes with vodka and it comes with tequila. Now let's talk about what's actually in this, folks. It is 3 simple ingredients. Award-winning tequila or vodka from Mexico, sparkling water, and in this particular one, it is natural grapefruit. My favorite one, honestly, I'm normally a tequila guy, but I actually like their vodka. It is just so good. It is so smooth. And if you want to have a delicious, refreshing beverage on the course, go with Riki. Let's not forget to mention the fact that it is 7% alcohol by volume. These things will get you toasted. Not that you need to, not that you want to, but be careful because they are dangerous and they can make you really smooth and really good at golf. Little extra swing lube. Guys, make sure you ask your local liquor store, your local golf course to pick up Riki. You will not regret it. And honestly, you'll probably really enjoy it. So check him out. That is Riki. Now back to the podcast.
So are you a marshal at an LA golf course?
Oh, no. Outside of it, a few hours north, a place called Rolling Hills is a public course.
Okay.
But I was a marshal at one point in LA public golf courses.
Wow.
Okay. I was just wondering if you had any like statements about the brokers because you work at a golf course.
Oh, I know all about that. And, you know, I'm old enough that I fought in World War II, and I fought in the Korean War. And, you know, I see that shit going on, and I'm like, you know, a lot of people say, oh, we won the Korean War. I'm like, I don't think so, buddy. I look at who's out there playing public golf in L.A., pretty sure that they won the Korean War.
Oh.
Yeah. Bet you didn't think that would be my answer.
No, but I mean, I played a golf round this weekend. It took like 6 hours to finish. So I was just wondering like how you combat.
See who was in front of you?
I mean, it was not Koreans.
Oh, who was it?
It was just a bunch of, I think it was a bunch of older guys actually. And then the people in front of them, there was one time we were backed up for like we had three groups on a par 3.
Ooh, that's brutal.
It was bad.
Yeah. So what do you think about, you know, your generation slowing up the game, both metaphorically and physically?
Well, it's my job to come out on the course and tell these old fucking guys to hurry up.
Yeah. And do they usually have their shirts tucked in?
Always.
Yeah.
They know better.
But they don't know about fast play.
Yeah, well, when you get my age and just sitting down feels like someone hit your tailbone with a sledgehammer on a cold day in Norway, then you're going to be moving a little slower.
No, I don't doubt that. I don't doubt that at all. But, you know, you got to be cognizant of the people behind you when you're playing. So it's like...
Well, how can you do that when you forgot you're playing golf?
That's a good point.
It's not our fault.
Does that happen to you when you're on the golf course? You forget that you're playing golf?
All the time.
Yeah?
So I said I can only play 4 holes.
Yeah.
Forget where the hell I am.
That makes sense.
You know, when you go from one tee box or one green to the next tee box and it's through like a forest and the signage isn't very good and it says a sign that says next hole, oh, that's me every single hole all the time.
Wow. Who's your favorite golfer?
Oh, man. I'm going to have to say either Sam Snead or old Tom Watson. Old school. You don't even know who the hell those guys are.
I know who both of them are.
Oh, do you?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Well, sorry, Tom Morris.
Tom Morris.
Oh, Tom Morris. A little older than your time.
Yeah, I don't know Tom Morris.
1800s.
1800s.
Oh, yeah.
Was that from Ireland?
Scotland.
Scotland?
Yeah.
Wow.
Old Tom Morris.
What, do you win any majors?
Oh, British Open.
Oh, yeah?
Oh, yeah.
You think he could beat Tiger Woods?
Oh, I don't know about that.
Do you think he could beat Tiger Woods?
I don't know.
Do you know who Tiger Woods is? And
Oh, yeah.
Do you like him? Do you like Tiger Woods?
I know what you're getting at here.
I'm just curious.
I know what you're really getting at.
What am I getting at?
What are you getting at?
I'm asking you if who I think is the best golfer of all time, if you happen to like him.
Oh, I think it's Jack Nicklaus.
But do you like Tiger Woods?
I think Jack Nicklaus is the greatest golfer of all time.
You just said you like Tommy Morris.
Yeah, but I think Jack Nicklaus is the greatest.
Okay. Where do you think Tiger Woods ranks?
Oh, I don't know.
He's avoiding the question.
Well, I don't know.
Why are you avoiding the question as to whether or not Tiger
I
Woods?
just think Jack Nicklaus is better.
Yeah, but would you say Tiger Woods is top 5?
Oh, I don't know.
So if you don't have Tiger Woods in your top 5, who's your top 5 greatest golfers of all
I
time?
don't know. Jack Nicklaus and 4 other white guys. I'll tell you that.
That's...
I have another question.
Oh, yeah?
Because you've been at golf courses for such a long time that you have to have crazy stories. What is the craziest story that you have seen on the golf course, or what has happened at a golf course?
Great question.
Oh, well, back in about, I think it was 72, I was out working at Wilshire Country Club, and there was a member guest, and Hugh Hefner came by, and he came by with a gaggle of hookers. They weren't even called bunnies yet. Anyway, came by with them, and we were playing, and I was making sure the tournament was being run well, and I went out to check on the tournament on about the fifth hole. I go out there, and I see one girl is sucking Hugh Hefner off, another girl's fingering Hugh Hefner's asshole,
Whoa.
another girl's riding his face,
Oh, my God.
and then he's got his dick inside of another girl. And I said, Hugh, what the hell are you doing? What the hell's going on here? And he said, well, you know, golf's fun, but this is a little bit better.
Nice.
Yeah,
That's cool.
yeah.
So did you end up having to throw him off the golf course? Because that doesn't sound like it's really...
Well, no.
No?
I told him to share.
Did he?
Oh, no.
Oh.
Yeah, I don't have that kind of bravado.
So that's...
That's when I kicked him off because he wouldn't share.
Okay,
Piece
all right.
of shit.
I was going to say, that's not really following the rules of golf at all. That's really not enforcing the dress code. That's really not following the dress... That's really not following the dress code, so...
No.
Yeah, I would have thought you would have thrown him off immediately.
No.
No.
Oh, no. I tried to get him to share.
Didn't work.
I was with my first wife, complete bitch. And, your wife's not doing anything for you anymore. You gotta, it's like when the chef stops serving you dinner, you gotta go eat somewhere else.
Oh.
Oh, yeah,
Okay.
Yeah.
That's good. Wow, this has been extremely insightful. Do you think where do you see the game of golf going in the next 10 or 15 years? Do you think you're gonna be here to witness it?
Well, probably, because I just won't seem to die. I'm a stubborn bastard.
Okay.
But I think the direction of golf is the game's going to keep shrinking. And by shrinking, I mean more and more people are going to get into the game.
Okay, so that's growing.
So, yeah. But again, people on the internet call it shrinking the game because more people are getting into it.
Oh. Well, remember, we don't want to trust everything
You
we
guys,
see online.
I read comments on some of your posts. Bunch of people said I got into golf because of Country Club adjacent. And right under that, someone said shrink the game. So
Yeah.
that must mean more people are getting into golf. So you must be shrinking the game.
Well,
And I'm here to say Country Club adjacent has been shrinking the game for 4 years.
I don't think that's true. I don't.
For 4 years now.
I see a lot.
Thousands of golfers
I see a lot
have
of.
picked up the game of golf because of you assholes. So you're shrinking the game.
I don't think that's accurate. I think it's growing because of
Yeah.
it. We're making it more
Thousands of-
accessible, and we're making it more fun
Why?
because it's meant to be enjoyed. It's not meant to be something taken seriously the way that you seem to be taking it. I think that everyone has their own interpretation of golf.
What if I enjoy going to a course and telling another grown man to tuck his shirt in and take his hat off indoors? What does that say about me?
It says that you're a narc.
Yeah.
It says that you are weirdly hungry for power and that you should probably go see a therapist.
Oh, my generation doesn't see therapists.
I
we
know.
just bury our feelings and we take it out on other adults.
You know how much-
And then we tell your generation you're a bunch of weak pussies, even though we don't know how to deal with our own emotions.
That's right.
Which, in fact, is actually weaker.
Yeah. So, I mean, realistically, it sounds like you understand the undiagnosed trauma and the undiagnosed neurodivergencies that
Yeah.
exist within your generation that you refuse to
Oh,
admit.
listen, at the end of the day, your generation's better than mine, but at least
Thank you.
At least we can afford to own a fucking home. Suck it.
Dude, it's not our fault that you guys bought your home for $8
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
in Los Angeles before anything was developed,
Yeah,
before there was even income tax.
yeah, it's pretty cool.
Asshole. Well, thank you so much for being here. Do you have any social media, any places that people can find
What's
you?
that?
Well, like Instagram or Twitter,
How's that?
Facebook.
The hell?
No, you
No.
don't. Now
I got a mail. I'll give you a P.O. box.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you want to give them the P.O. box.
Yeah.
Anyone that wants to send anything to Mr. Cockburn
High
here.
Lane Road, P.O. Box 9130.
Oh, nice. That was good. You just trolled the audience.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What does that mean, troll?
It means that you made him think something was real that wasn't necessarily real. You trolled him.
Oh.
You got him. Now, final question. Who's your favorite member? I know the other guys aren't here today, but who's your favorite member of Country Club Adjacent and why?
Oh, man, that's an easy one. It's probably you.
Yeah?
Yeah.
All right. Hell yeah.
You're the only guy in the group that's not a fucking asshole.
Thank you. I definitely agree with that 100%. I wish...
Hey, you know who I don't like?
Who?
Is that fat red piece of shit.
Oh, Griff?
Yeah.
Griff's great. Why don't you like Griff?
Name one redeeming quality about him.
He's really funny and he's really nice.
Oh, funny subjective, so not really.
And I would say that he's the best golfer in the group, personally.
Oh, no, it's got to be that guy, Jake.
Okay. You think Jake is?
Oh, it's got to be Jake.
Why is that?
Well, because he strategically hits his drive so far right or left that he hits another fairway and leaves himself a perfectly open shot to the green. And that's brilliant strategy, if you ask me.
Okay. What about Mark? What do you think about Mark?
Oh, I think Mark's great. And I'd love to see him do stand-up for a bunch of guys my age at a country club.
Okay.
Just an audience of guys my age. It's just him.
He'd probably do very well.
Cold open for a bunch of guys my age.
I think he'd do just fine.
And only golf material.
Yeah, I think he could handle that.
Yeah, could he?
Does it bother you that he has long hair?
Oh, no, he just looks like my ex-wife, and that's probably more why he bothers me.
Okay. That's cool. Well, thank you so much for taking the time out of your day to be on the podcast.
It's not like I have a lot going on.
I think a lot of people can learn about the perspective of our previous generations from Mr. Cockburn here. And thank you so much. We appreciate you taking the time.
Thank you.
You can go.
Oh, sorry.
Do you need help up?
Oh, I think I got... Oh, Jesus. Oh, Jesus.
There he goes. Oh, God. Oh, jeez. Whoa, you're heavy. Here, you need your...
so sorry.
You need your... Oh, God. Oh, jeez. All right. You did shit your pants.
Oh, God.
You did.
Oh, sorry. Oh.
Wow. All right. Be careful. You're going to unplug. Oh, you're going to unplug the lights. All right. If you wouldn't mind closing the door. Well, unfortunately, he cannot close his asshole. Guys, wow. Unbelievable podcast with Mr. Cockburn. Wheels, what'd you think of that?
It was different.
Yeah.
He does come from a different generation, so I understand where he's coming from. Like, I thought it was good. Better interviewer than I thought. I thought he was going to be a little nervous coming on.
Yeah, me too.
It seemed like he just came on and just absolutely he had an agenda.
Yeah.
And he just wanted to just make sure people understood to tuck in your shirt, look presentable on the golf course, and then just go from there.
That was interesting. It just feels like it feels like he, like, all of his metaphors and everything he was saying was just like a little off. Like, how are you going to compare a wedding to going golfing on a random day? Like, you want to look good for your wedding, don't you want to look good on the golf course? It's like, well, I don't really categorize those two things as the same thing.
They're not the same.
No. Interesting, though. I think there's definitely a lot of insight there. Wow.
I was shocked when he said he knew of you guys.
Me too.
I was like, "What? Where's his social media?" Like,
but he didn't. He knew who we were, but he didn't know his social media was. Like, he didn't even know.
Well, he's probably on YouTube. He probably saw you guys on YouTube.
Probably,
because we do have. Looking at the statistics, we do have about I think 1% 65 plus.
Okay,
so that's probably just him.
Probably just him, right? The one guy.
He just consumes everything.
Wow.
But it was kind of rude what he said about Griff though.
Yeah. Agreed.
I was like, Griff's a lovable guy.
Yeah.
Like, I don't understand. I thought he was going to go harder after Mark.
Me too. He must not know Jake's Jewish.
True.
You know?
Well, Jake did get a nose job, so
that is true.
That's probably
disguised.
Yeah.
Yeah, wow. I was, you know what blew my mind is how he would not admit that Tiger Woods is one of the 5 best golfers of all time. That was crazy.
Yeah.
Like, you want to expose what the older generation really thinks? Like, you know, he omitted arguably the best golfer of all time because of probably racial prejudice. Just saying.
It's kind of crazy. I was not expecting that.
No, me neither.
But then again, he did bring up World War II a lot.
He did.
He did tell us about the older days at the golf course where it was just, white folks playing.
Yep.
But now we have a new generation coming in.
That's supposedly shrinking the game. I think he doesn't know what shrinking means. He kept saying that new people are coming and that's shrinking the game. Wow, that was absolutely crazy. Guys, I think that's about all the time a podcast should be. My goodness. Thank you so much to Mr. Cockburn, if he's still alive when this comes out, for being on here. And guys, make sure to like, subscribe, comment to our YouTube channel, and check out all of our stuff. We have so many new pieces of content coming out. I mean, just gold, absolute gold. So stick around. We love you. And thanks for always supporting us. Bye.
Yeah, we're not in the club, but we're right next to it. Me and my crew.